Hi punks! So I'm about to go out with my friends for dinner and loads of people have been asking me how to do makeup, things like that. So I thought I would make you, I say makeup tutorial, it's not, it's a anti-makeup tutorial. I don't use expensive products because I can't afford them. Same with brushes, same with all that jazz. I don't really follow, I try to follow like what makeup artists say, but I'm not a makeup artist. So I kind of called it an anti-makeup tutorial. So if you feel sometimes a bit intimidated by those makeup artists and gurus and stuff that tell you, oh, do this, you've got to use that product, and you don't because you can't afford it or you don't have the skills, this is for you. This is a look I finished with. It's alright, it's my usual classic look of like bright eyeshadows and winged liner. I would probably put a lipstick with this, but I'm going out for dinner, like I say, and it'll go everywhere. And though I love lipstick, doesn't matter what they say, or the lipstick companies and things, they always kind of come off. But my usual colours for lipsticks people want to know is Jeffree Stars. So Calabasas is a colour I use a lot, Unicorn Blood sometimes, Red Rum is a colour I use a lot. Just reds I usually go for. But this is the look I wanted to put on here. You guys, like I say, on my Instagram ask me a lot what I do. Like I say, that blend is, well, there isn't one, is it? It's harsh. But it's Susie Sue-esque, I suppose. She doesn't really blend. And yeah, I feel makeup is just, if it makes you feel better and you enjoy it, then do it the way you want to. There's no rules. I don't think so at all. So yeah, this is it. I've got it Mohawk Sunset after my friend who named my hair after that. And it kind of matches my hair a little bit, doesn't it? So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy this anti-makeup routine. And I hope you get something out of it, even if it's the point that you can use whatever you want, whatever you know, I use products that I've had for 3 years. No, that's bad, but I have maybe 10 max makeup brushes. Yeah, 10 makeup brushes, all from like, you know, Superdrug, really drugstore kind of companies, or like supermarkets. I haven't got Morphe brushes. I haven't got, you know, Anastasia eye primers or foundations or whatever. It's just what I've accumulated over time and done the best I can with. So I hope you enjoy it. Hope you get something out of it, even if it's a laugh. And all you makeup artists and all you like people that know what to do with makeup are like, what are you doing? I hope you have fun with it. So yeah, hope you enjoy it, guys. So the first thing I've done is stack you onto a stack of Jane Austen books. You're based on Jane a Day, 5-Year Journal, and Pride and Prejudice. So the first thing I do when I do my makeup routine is I moisturise around my eyes because I get really dry skin here. So I've got a mirror here, that's what I put my makeup in. I get, yeah, dry skin, especially here in my eyes. So I do that just with like a cheap moisturiser. I think I use Nivea. And then I use that to prime my eyes. It's Proof It Waterproof Eyeshadow Primer. I put this a little bit on my eyes, especially my eyelids, and the top of my eyebrows, because my eyebrows are proper sparse and it kind of like keeps my eyebrow products on. It's good. NYX, I don't know, I'm going to say NYX. It might be NYX, but people might say different. NYX is good, but if you use too much of this, it will leave like a white residue, so you've got to be like careful with it. And I just plop it on my eyes and then dab it in with my finger, which I probably shouldn't. So the products you see here are cheap. The brushes are cheap, but that's the point. It's like an anti-music video, anti-makeup video. So eyebrows are the first thing I do. Right, so eyebrow products. I used to use, let me show you what I used to use. I used to use the e.l.f. pencil, brow pencil, which was like £3, but it didn't last very long in like gigs and things. It just wiped straight off. So obviously I've got a twin sister, asked what she used, and she uses the Tape and Frame NYX brow pomade in blonde. But I think my eyebrows are a little bit darker than my twins, because she used that and a mixture of the micro brow pencil in, also in blonde. But I bought it in taupe because I did them all in blonde and it looked ridiculous. I'll show you, because I'm using this blonde to just use it up. So I do use it. But the first thing I do is use this spoolie thing and just go through, even though I really hack up my eyebrows because they're massive. I should let them grow, because what I'm doing basically is filling them in. If I let them grow, kind of do the same thing. So I kind of just get an angled brush. This is what Indy told me to do. Dip it in here. When you use this, make sure you tighten it up, because apparently it dries out if you don't. And then I just kind of fill in the gaps. Like I say, it's blonde, so it looks lighter, but if I use the taupe pomade, it looks ridiculous, because my hair's naturally like, what's that colour? Not naturally dark blonde, but the blonde, yeah, slightly lighter. So I'll go with this as like a base. Oh, next door's got his bike out, hasn't he? His motorbike. So do this as a base. I just like fill in kind of areas. I just wing it. My eyebrows aren't symmetrical. I apologise for those noises, but we'll have to just get through it. They aren't symmetrical, but I try my best. I don't want to like over pluck them and then have to work it out. So then I then take the blonde. I need to put the lid back on. If I don't put the lid on, it dries out. So that's what it looks like with the brow pomade. Not a lot of difference, but that's waterproof. So if I was going to a gig, that'd be my saving grace, so my eyebrows wouldn't come off. This I don't feel like is waterproof, though I have seen a marked difference in how long they stay on for in a gig compared to the e.l.f. product. The e.l.f. product, like I say, is £3. This stuff ain't cheap. The pomade I think was like 10 and these are £8 each, so I was a bit like, oh god, so expensive, but it's an investment for my eyebrows. So I go over it with the blonde just a little bit, just to fill in, just to use up this product. Oh god, it's just started raining. Perfect. So do you see the difference, how light that is compared to my natural colour, like that? But I have to use it up, and it just fills in. It makes it more, I don't know, three-dimensional, I suppose. Makes it more in. Just lost a lid to that. Let me just go grab that, because I've just threw that across my room. Oh, it's proper raining. No. Yeah, so it makes my eyebrows look more dimensional if I use the blonde, I feel. I just say that to warrant using the product, because I spent it and I couldn't take it back. So just use it up, really. Oh, shut my window because it's raining. Okay, so the Magic Maker is the taupe brow pencil. I like it because it has a little brush, a little tip, so it is more precise than the e.l.f. one. Eyebrows and winged eyeliners are two things I give shit about, making it symmetrical. Another trick, I don't know why I'm telling you tricks, because I am not a makeup artist at all. I don't know what I'm doing, I just give it a go because it gets wiped off at the end of the day anyway. How's that looking? Bit harsh, don't they? Look a bit harsh. But we'll do excessive makeup so I'll look less harsh. And also a trick that my twin taught me to make them less harsh is put powder on them afterwards, and it kind of disperses the colour a little bit. That will do. Okay, so eyebrows done. So next thing I do is eyeshadow. Now the brushes I'll be using, I have literally no brushes, and the ones I do are cheap, and I'll tell you where I got them from. These are the only brushes I own, and people are going to go crazy when they see this, but they're unwashed, they're overused. Right, so these three came in a set my dad got me, I think from Primark for Christmas, Harry Potter 1 set, them three. Like this brush, an angled one of that brush, and this small one. That's what I use. And these three are from Superdrug, Wilko and Boots. Or maybe even Superdrug, maybe double Superdrug. But yeah, I need to invest in better brushes, but we're punks and punks are poor. So this will have to do. So that's what I use. The eyeshadows I'm going to use, I'm wearing, my main predominant colour today is going to be orange, I think. And the main palettes I use, I'll show you now, are the NYX Ultimate. Now this is battered. Okay, this is really battered. I've had this for about a year and a half, and all of my bright colour looks are made with this. It's broken. The yellow and the orange are hitting the pan. I need to buy another one. I got it as a treat. My twin bought it for me, I think. Well, she definitely told me about it. It's £16, I want to say. Maybe even, no, I think it's £16. So there's that one. To blend out for natural colours, I use the MUA Makeup Academy Professional. You can tell which colours I use. Never used any others. They don't blend that well, but they match my eye skin colour the most. So I'll use them to kind of blend. I used to use the MUA Makeup Academy Tropical Oceana palette for that. I use these 3 colours. I kind of delved into the other ones. The glitters are okay. They're not great, but they're what I use to get my like natural skin colour. And I will be using the orange as well to like blend it out a bit. And then recently what I've got, where I buy my hair dye from, they had like a sale on like eyeshadows, UV eyeshadows. And they don't have an orange, which is really annoying. But they had a green. And this is Paint Glow Neon Eyeshadow. Neon green, UV yellow, and UV pink. Yeah, so they're 3. They were 99p each. Can't go wrong, can you? I really like them, but it's annoying they don't have an orange because you've got to kind of make an orange and make it work. But that's what we're going to do today. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this one. Actually, what colour are we going to use? Maybe this MUA makeup palette. Like I say, I'm mixing both. I got boop, boop. I mean, you meant to do the tabby thing, but who cares? I'm not a MUA whatever makeup artist. I'm just a girl that gives it a go. I think everyone should. I think everyone should give it a go. Why not? The reason I'm doing this, just doing this action thing, I like to say blending. Oh, it's not raining. Open my window again. Yeah, it's for blending, but also to see if my skin is dry, I can like quickly apply some moisturiser, because if I keep blending around here, it gets really cakey and horrible. So I just quickly do that. Also, I'm doing it by the window because I find it really much easier to see the colours and stuff when I do it by the window rather than in like artificial light. So that's what I do. Okay, what colour next? Let's use the NYX Ultimate palette, and I'm going to use that colour to integrate to that colour, to go into that one, to eventually go into that one, I think. Should we do that? Should we do as many as that? Yeah. So going into that one first, that one. I can give you eyeshadow colours, but if you've got the palette, you know, light yellow, golden yellow, orange, you know what I mean? The only thing I don't like about this palette is obviously it's crumbly, because maybe because the lid came off, it's more crumbly than it should be. And also the payoff, I don't think is that great, which is why I got the UV ones, because I wanted like well over the top payoff. And I just like reach it up almost. I worry about blending when it happens. Now this payoff might not be great because the brush I'm using, let's be fair. But yeah, I just like to have a bit of a base, I suppose. Fuck it, chuck a bit here. Blend it out, because we know that we will eventually be blending it out. I enjoy makeup. I worry sometimes that people look at me and go, Jesus, because I'm like, I don't really blend up here to here. I always have like a white line, but you know, it's experimentation, isn't it? It's what you want to do. I know my twins are probably going to be watching this and like cringing the way I'm doing stuff, but it's art, isn't it? It's face art, so you can do whatever you want. What I also do is like put my finger in and just go for it. I might use a bit of gold or something to make that a bit more vibrant. Now actually, let's go into the UV yellow. Once you see it, it's like, oh, it's amazing. It is amazing. Look at that. Boop, boop. It's bright, isn't it? I just wish I think they did have a orange, but I don't think I bought it. I think it's sold out, which is really annoying. Because most of the eye looks I do are yellow to orange to either red or pink or whatever. This is a bit much for a dinner out look. It's more like, you know, festival, but this doesn't blend very well either. It just sticks. You see, it's just stuck there, but we work with it because we're troopers. Now we're going into this orange, or this one, mix of both. Depends what you want to do. Oh, I went too harsh on the orange, on the yellow. I went too far across my eyelid. So my camera stopped recording for some reason, but the only thing I've done different is I've added pink to either side. I'll blend it later on, and it's that pink there. I apologise for that. I apologise. I didn't press record, I think. I was too immersed. So we've just gone from the yellow to the orange to the pink, from the yellow to the orange to the pink. I've just recapped just in case it didn't document it on the video. And then I've used the yellow UV, obviously on the yellow section. I haven't got any orange UV, and now I'm about to use the pink, obviously on the pink part. I'm not going anywhere with UV tonight. I'm not going to, you know, Glastonbury or whatever, but it's a strong colour and I like it, so I'm going to use it. So that's that. Like I say, I usually replicate it under the bottom. Oh God, I've got a bit of a transfer, but I'm not doing that this time. I'm going to put a different colour underneath there. Just wipe that away with, I use, what do I use? These are probably the most expensive thing I use in my makeup routine. It's simple cleansing facial wipes. They're usually quite expensive, but when they're on offer, buy them up. 3 to 6 quid. Yes, please. That's what I've done. Right, what we do now? What we do now? We're going to clean our brushes by doing this. Clean. I've only got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 brushes. Well, actually, we could use this, couldn't we? I only have like 7 brushes, so we've got to reuse in the makeup routine. I'm going to use a bit of the green here. That's what I'm putting underneath here, green. I did this eye look when I met Henry Rollins and I really liked it. It was a bit of a risk. I always do a risk before a big thing. Which is stupid, really. Like, oh, I changed my hair colour before a major event. Or, oh, I was doing eye look I've never done before meeting my hero. But it came out. God was smiling down at me that day. And, you know, the gods of rock, metal, Lemmy was looking down at me that day. Or Joe Strummer or whoever. And thought, there you go, girl. Have a good look. And then I'm going over it with the green UV. Let's try and blend this. So I'm going to use this brush again. It's my newest one, so I like it the most. And I'm just going to try and blend a little bit. As much as I can. With the colours I've got on at the moment. Just on my eyelid, and then I'll blend out. I find it hard to transition. Maybe because I'm not using concealer underneath. I'm just using primer. Maybe because I actually haven't got any makeup skills. But if I'm happy with it, so can everyone else be. Just trying to emulate the same on both sides. Which is going to be hard because I've got a massive dent there for some reason. But I will. Right, so now we're going to try do the bit I hate the most, which is kind of blend this out a little bit. Don't worry if you can't, because there's face tune which you can blend afterwards. So it's not the end of the world. What I do, I grab the fluffy, cheap brush pack I got from my dad 2 years ago. And I just do that. I just blend it. I get the pink and the white, beige and the white, from the MUA 15 shade palette Flora Fantasy, and I just go over, probably with the wrong technique, if you can even call this a technique. And this is the hardest part to blend. If I've got time, I'll blend more. If I haven't, I don't. That's simply it. This is when this lot comes in to blend better. So this has got a pink tone. Use them to kind of buff out the pink here. Same on both sides. I'm just switching between brushes because I want it more precise. So I'm using this one. I say this like I know anything that I'm talking about. If you want a decent makeup tutorial, this ain't it. Like I say, it's the anti-makeup tutorial. And I'm dabbing into the oranges, whatever one you fancy, and just bring it up a bit. Up, raising it up. Oh, too high. Just to make the blend a little bit more cohesive. But it's not going to be, because I haven't got the skills or the patience. Well, what paint should we use? Maybe that one. To like try blend it out better. Just using a basic eyeshadow brush. Just dabbing these again. Blah blah blah. I just do this until I'm happy, until I feel it's blended. I know it's not, because I'll look in a different mirror and be like, bloody hell. Or someone will take a photo and I go, didn't blend that. But it's all how much time you have and how much you want to do it. So I'm just cleaning my brushes by doing this. I like putting the colours on, I don't like blending. You don't have to blend, to be honest. Susie Sue didn't blend, did she? Her makeup looks iconic, so it's totally up to you. If you can be bothered or not. I pack it on, the white. But like I say, it's punk. If you go extreme, it's punk, isn't it? This is not a subtle... It's my subtle daytime look, but it's not a subtle daytime look. I'll quickly just use a makeup wipe just to like... Oh dear. Bring that in. Bring that in. I get loads of fallout, so I always do my eyes first compared to... But I don't really have a strict face routine. I don't use foundation or anything like that, so... I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip in... This might not work, but I'm going to dip into that purple. Put a bit there. See what it looks like. It's alright. Why not? Just use a bit of a thinner brush so it's not so spread everywhere. Oh yes, do a bit of that. Let's make that lid, but what I've done, I've quickly just gone into that because it's the mix between them three colours. I thought, screw it, doff some in on the bits that I don't really like. Make them a feature. What do you think? Do you know what? That'll do for now. If I want to change it, I can. What I'm going to quickly do now also is just rub my finger into the UV yellow. Snap it on. The yellow section. The inner eye and yeah. A bit of UV yellow under my eye too to merge the green into it. It'd be good if I got the green off the brush there. Oh, that was a lot. God, got some on the marble. Lovely. Use a bit of the green again. Go under my eye. Like I say, more experienced, better people at makeup will be able to blend that lovely into a different colour, but I can't, so I'm not going to. I'm just your average, buy the colourful palette, see what happens kind of person. This is what happens when you use every colour. My good friend Hannah, who runs HJ Yarn, made me some yarn to match my hair and called it Mohawk Sunset. And it's kind of similar to these colours, so I think that's what we're going to call this. Look, Mohawk Sunset. Right. I'm happy with that. Now it's our eyeliner. What I do, because my eyesight isn't great, I've got one long-sighted eye, one short-sighted eye, I kind of make a map for myself with a pencil. This is a really cheap pencil. This is the Too True Twist and Line Eye Definer. See how long I've had that? Superdrug don't even house Too True anymore. So I must have had this at least 3 years. Yummy. I just outline my eye so that when I have liquid liner, I have a bit of a guide. Oh God. Too high. Like that. I just outline my eye for myself, just because I find it easier. So the eyeliner I use is Epic Ink Liner by NYX. I've tried everything for liner, everything. The one I hate the most was Kat Von D's, is it Trooper? Everlasting liner or something. Hated it. It dried out with one use. I used it, it was alright, and then went to go use it again second time and it just completely gone dry, and I was like, nah. This stuff is like 9 quid, 8, 9 quid, maybe, yeah, 8 to 12 quid. And they last for ages. So I love this one. It's got a very precise tip. Cool. I tried to match them. I mean, like I said, when I had OCD, I used to sit here for hours trying to match my eyeliner, and now I've realised there's more to life. I give it whatever time. When I start feeling stressed, stop. You've done your best, you know. That's what I try to do. So they look even enough. I mean, they're not, but you know, who cares? And now the reason I do the green here is that kind of gives me an inkling where to put my liner. So I always do the bottom flick first, the bottom line of the eyeliner. I used to do the top and it used to go everywhere. So I do the bottom now and then try and equal them out. Oh. They're kind of done, kind of symmetrical. I think that's quite even, eyeliner wise. I mean, you're probably looking at it going, what have you done? But with someone who had OCD, it's more important for me to know when to stop than carry on and make it perfect. Because it's never going to be perfect. If you can see about my eyebrows, they can't, one raises highest. This, I feel like this wing will also always be higher. So, I mean, I could fix a tiny bit, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it the way it is. Because, yeah, so it's more important to me to put your tools down, then carry on. I used to miss like events and stuff and be hours late to things, or be so frustrated that it wouldn't be perfect, I wouldn't even go out in the end. So it's more important for me just to not do that and just know when to quit. So this, I'm just reapplying where I've wiped it away, the green again underneath my eye, the UV green. I think I might, you could use glitter. Could I use glitter? No, I think I'm not going to use glitter. I'm going to use a bit of the yellow UV and just put it underneath. The green. That's a look. Didn't mean to do that. Trusty makeup wipe. Just wipe it away. Got some on my nose. Not intentional. Like I said, it doesn't really stick that well, so sometimes it's good just to like brush it in different ways or whatever. Sometimes try apply it with your finger. Whatever you see fit. Because I think it's just like party makeup, the UV. It's not actually for like blending. It's not really got that specification in mind when they make it, so it is hard to apply. But if you just, don't know, pat down, I suppose, you'll get there. That is the look. What the last bit I do is lash line with a white, I think it's a coal null pencil, crayon. I can't even tell who's made that because it's rubbed off, but just a cheap white eyeliner. I don't know who I learnt that from. Drag queen, I think. And then the mascara I use is Maybelline Total Temptation, just because it's got a decent normal looking brush and it's quite long. Just go over that to get rid of the orange pigment that's on my eyelashes right now. I never wear false eyelashes, never have. Just glued to my eyes seems like absolute hell, so I don't bother. Oh god, I've got a bit of ham on that. They look like spider legs, I will. God, they really look like spider legs. Oops. The remedy is not putting on my mascara. That is the finished eye look. What do you think? What are we thinking? It's alright, isn't it? it's all right. I mean, there's different parts, like this is a different green to that green and whatever, but it's makeup, like I say, it doesn't really matter. You're wiping it off at the end of the night, aren't you? That's, you know, if it's not fun, stop doing it. I think it looks okay. I think it's always good just to like check. I think that wing is longer than that wing and that one's thicker than that one, but who cares? My face routine is I don't wear foundation, I don't wear concealer. If I do wear concealer, it's the Fit Me Maybelline, but that's only when I have like spots, but even then I have them now. I'm not really bothered. I had really bad acne when I was a kid, and I don't know, I used to get embarrassed by my skin, but I just don't care anymore. So all I basically do is use moisturiser, which is a simple replenish rich moisturiser, and then I just go over my face with powder. I don't go over with any cream products because if you're at a gig it just sweats off anyway, so what's the point? I don't like the feeling of foundation on my skin at all. Powder I just use to like anti-mattify myself, and that is the Fit Me Maybelline Matte and Poreless in translucent number 90. It's like the white powder. Makes me look very Elizabethan because it's very like, yeah, because it's white, it's not a colour. And that's it. Like I could go over my spots and stuff, but you know, who am I kidding here? I don't really care, so who cares? So that's my makeup routine. Like I say, it's going to be an anti-makeup routine because it's cheap, it's products whatever you've got at hand. You don't have to buy expensive brushes and anything like that, expensive products, just the punk version of you can do it yourself. So I hope you enjoyed it. This is the final look, and yeah, thanks punks.